Actually, Charles Crawford is here. He wanted to present. Hey, Charlie.
Sure. Hello, hi, everyone.
Hey, Charles.
I can give a quick update of the Graviflyer. So I've been testing it for about 6 months now, and recently I have been pretty busy, so I haven't had as much time as I wanted to, and so has Todd Desiato. But we've been both looking at it from different directions, and yeah, I got the first kit from Alex Chekrikov. So I replaced the center disc because when he shipped it, it was bent. And he's the second kit has also been shipped. Most of 2 out of 3 packages. So I'll be helping with reconstruction of that kit and testing. Hopefully, if I could fly down to meet Russell to work on that. And yeah, we've been comparing notes because there's some changes in the second kit that's different than the first one. And I've been asking Alexi for more detailed tuning instructions. So, with each test, I get a little bit better at learning how to tune it. And I haven't noticed any lift or anything unusual yet, but hopefully before the end of this year, we'll be able to confirm or deny that it lifts or not. Still looking pretty promising. So I've got all the circuits working and I've reproduced a lot of them. Let's start here. The Tesla coil, which was one of the original he showed in the videos. Don't make it too shaky. I've replaced some of the transistors, added some 12-volt fans to cool it down. And that's the original coil he sent me. And I've reproduced his ultrasonic sensor. This is the one he sent me. And this is the circuit on the little proto board. And this is the high voltage circuit he sent me in that container. And I've reproduced 3 of those with these 3 flyback transformers, and also got another equivalent high voltage circuit. And I've, of course, reproduced the Tesla coil designs. It's just a Slayer exciter Tesla coil. And these are just with 1 transistor, 2 transistors in series there. And yeah, that's basically it. I've also tried to make a faster spinning one with a larger motor here. So there's some improvements to this Graviflyer frame design. There's acrylic arms instead of the aluminum, so they won't short to ground because these legs are connected to the center plate, which has AC on it and touching the ground there. So the high voltage on the plate will want to jump down or across there. So with these faster motors, though, I'm able to spin at higher RPMs, see if that makes any difference. And Mark has helped me CNC cut some of these discs so that they're less wobbly than the hand cut ones Alex has been using. And I was able to find and kind of reverse engineer the rest of the designs. So I put that online and on Facebook, on my Facebook, and on the American Anti-Gravity Facebook. So I'll keep trying different variations of it, see if that makes any improvements on it. But yeah, still testing myself and using this neon bulb and oscilloscopes and other sensors, high voltage probes, making sure it works, and some other Tesla coil designs, and this signal generator for the ultrasound, the variations on that. But yeah, again, I haven't noticed anything different. One big thing I did notice that was a mistake on my part was getting these cheap converters from a European outlet to an American adapter. By doing it that way, I'm not actually getting the voltage like the 220 volts I need. So I'm getting a different converter box that'll convert the voltage, hopefully. But I've also got the car battery. I've been testing with that for a while, and this will be easier, I think, to test rather than getting all the adapters and all that for the European power. And yeah, that's about it for me. That's the updates for Graviflyer.
One question: when you're spinning the disc, have you done any experiment? For example, if you keep the voltage constant and you spin the disc different RPM, are you getting any kind of voltage variation, voltage differential between the 2 plates when the spinning, as a function of RPM?
Yeah, well, as it spins, I haven't noticed any voltage change on the plates, but I'll make sure they're charged by using a shorting wire or a high voltage probe. And I've adjust the height and distance between the plates. So Alex Turkoff said that's one of the difficult parameters of adjusting on this, where you need this distance to be precise and the distance here between the center plate be unique as well. So I've been trying different heights for those as well.
But do you get a voltage variation as a function of RPM when the disc is spinning, or is it remain constant?
It remains constant. Yeah, unless it shorts to the frame or to the center plate, the voltage on them remains the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about, as Alex Chekhov wrote on the high voltage kit, it was about 20,000 volts.
Okay. I mean, we're only suspended animation waiting for us to see you make that thing fly.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll keep trying.
So we're being suspended animation until it happens. I hope you make it happen soon.
Thanks.
That way you eliminate all the waiting.
Yeah, me
Good
too.
work. Good work. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
But what new have you learned from it? You know, tell us from what the experiment you have. Have you done some experiment? Or are you going to do new experiments, test something new and different to get closer to that goal? What is it?
Yeah, I've learned more about the cellular exciter Tesla coil design, electronics, learned more about the ultrasound circuit. I found it interesting that Alex wrapped his own transformer from an inductor. So I thought that was something they don't teach us in school, even though I'm a PhD student in electrical engineering. He was pretty creative with that. And of course, I was able to reproduce all his circuits. Here's his gravitometer, he's calling it, to help measure the fields around it. So I reproduced that. And I made a copy of this and gave that to Mark. He has one like this. So he's using an analog high voltage meter to measure the fields around it. It's pretty clever. So yeah, each part of the circuit and the Graviflyer is pretty interesting.
Are you measuring the gravitomagnetic effect on that particular equipment?
Just basic voltage potentials from oscilloscope, and this meter is measuring like the high voltage fields around it. It'll light up red or green.
Oh, okay. All right, cool, super cool.
Thanks. Yeah, here's the original Alex Chekhov design there.
Table is 18 inches deep, 16 inches wide. Fits into that tape. So fits in perfectly in that space.
Well, your buddy's a fucking ignorant hillbilly sometimes. Just remember that. Oh, gosh.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey.
So you're not going to show us the coil?
Can't show the coil. Why? Why not?
I can't. Well, I was asked not to.
Oh, well, how does he get watch? He's in Portugal still?
Well, until we could, get permission to share that other coil, that'd be good. Or if we could verify it ourselves independently, that would be good too. I know Todd's kind of shifted gears too. He's not working on the Graviflyer as much, he's working on the coil.
Yeah, life bit him in the ass too. He's got to deal with some stuff not pertaining to propulsion. It's called life in general. So, oh, cool. I would find the frequency. What's the liftoff frequency? Come on, give it away. Spill the beans. Make it fly.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Is it? There's got to be a feel to it. I don't. Fred, let's fly it up to Hutchinson, and maybe he can like do some Hutchinson effect on it.
Maybe. Yeah, we can maybe visit Hutchinson. He's going to be working on his setup again, hopefully in summer. He'll have a better internet connection. His house will be complete, and he'll start demoing some of his effects again. He even showed a micro effect where a wire kind of exploded while he was testing a few weeks ago. I don't know if you saw that.
Floating wire. Sorry, the compressor's on. So, oh, the floating wire, or
No,
he made it like it just turned into butter. It crumbled and it fell in on itself. manifests some strange effects with metal. So I could only see it. I remember it vividly. Like I was, sober down at UNM, locked up in the basement of the business library, and then for breaks I would look for UFO films on YouTube. YouTube was a different beast back then, and the Hutchinson effect. Some of it's just been wiped off. Or it's maybe it's restricted. I should learn VPN. Maybe I can find it that way.
Yeah, strange.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Hutchinson might be able to help find the lift up off frequency. Or you just if he's in Portugal, wait until all of the silliness in Europe's over and fly over. There's I had there's got to be something through your university where you can get travel funds. My UNM had one. It was great. Like you go up there, it was in the not the student union building, but the student services building or something, and they could fund you like a couple $100, like $800 or $1,000 for some of these events. So, or talk with the dean of your college. If you got a PhD, there's some way that you're trying to. Sometimes the teachers, Christos at UNM, he sent me to DC to attend the FAA conference. So it was cool. Like, use the university, man. You're still near it. You should be able to get over there. Go get some.
That big an issue. It's just Alex. He doesn't want people visiting him.
Well, I know, but you're like one of his disciples now. You have a machine that he made, so there should be some. We don't ask him. Why not?
Yeah, we've also tried to ask Alex to come here to the United States, and Mark agreed that if he wants to come here, stay at Mark's lab.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we're trying to arrange that. He might have changed his mind recently.
Привет, как дела, Алексей? Очень хорошо. Я говорю по-русски язык. I don't know if I am Russian. I'm almost fluent in. If I learned that at the ISDC last week and a couple of weeks ago now, and there were people there, professionals, some blonde. She was working on medicine and stuff. She had questions about the Havana syndrome. But yeah, she was just blabbing away in Russian, and I was like, oh, totally understood. It's kind of neat. So, Alexei, привет. Поход, no, поход, that's hike. Самолете. I'll remember. There's certain words I don't have anymore, but get on the plane, man.
Right. Yeah, and Mark offered, Daria to help translate as well, and we have Mikhail from Russia that might help translate.
Oh yeah, you'd be amazed. I think like your iPhone and the little AirPods now are almost like instantaneous translation, right? I mean, there's something like that out there.
With the universal translator from Star Trek
It's
is in your phone right now.
Your AirPods, yeah. Anyway. Oh, some people got to work on holding the world together.
Yeah, and the craziest thing is, while they're translating, they're also feeding their metadata to the Google searches. So, so if you talk to aliens about bismuth magnesium, they'll try selling you it with directed ads.
So on APEC, has no one come with a proposal for a teleportation system?
No.
They consider propulsion, or?
No. No, I'm just out of curiosity, because I know there's research going on in that area, but they've done it in the lab, but
I don't think it's on there yet.
The Tear in the Sky documentary, where they just saw the alleged wormhole.
a wormhole. Oh, okay.
It's a new documentary out. Will Shatner and Michio Kaku. And,
Did anything come out of it? I mean, was that a travel portal or?
yeah, it looks like tickets were in there, and maybe a TikTok thing.
when they went to San Clemente Island and set up all the equipment looking for stuff. And
Yeah, that was Christopher Altman, I think, right? Was
yeah,
that-
there was lots of hype, and all they found was a cloud that disappeared.
I'd say it was
Yeah.
more
So they call it a tear in the sky.
tear.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies like that.
Well, at least they were intellectually honest and showed us what they found, and didn't make shit up. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was telling Jeremy in the comments, yeah, if you go to their UAPX website, they gave updates after the documentary with some of the details. Like one of the IR cameras went out, and in the documentary, they thought that was a EMP effect from the UAP, but it ended up being they forgot to plug in the power, so the batteries died all in unison.
You know, I mean, that's the reality of testing stuff, right? Is, you know, especially with stuff like that, you're looking for something that's kind of an anomaly and an exception by definition. So it doesn't surprise me really, you know, and I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just like, okay, better luck next time, right? You know?
Problem,
mean-
yeah, releasing the documentary, they only had that one.
Yeah, it's
And-
like you go out looking for Bigfoot. Maybe you'll go where he's been, but you know, just what are the chances that you're going to see him? I mean, it's the same. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, that was interesting. They decided not to try to guess at what they were seeing. So they just wanted to present the data.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, guys, have we just about wrapped up today's conference, do you think? Or yeah. Well, let me stop recording then, and I will do that now. This has been one heck of a conference.